Hello everybody. Thank you for watching. So today I just did a video using the SEINT Beauty foundation, which is their 3D cream foundation that comes in a palette like this. Super cool, magnetic, super convenient. I love it. And then I also tried out Jamie Genevieve's Vieve eyeshadow palette. Really excited that I got this, and I love the shadows so far. They're really creamy, blendable, and yeah, to be expected from Jamie because I love her. And I talked a little bit about that as I was trying them on. Let me take off my glasses so you guys can see a little better. I just did a nice warm smoky eye, and I will also be doing a video with something more natural, everyday type look with the shadow as well, because I know not a lot of people like to wear something like this. But yeah, so if you like this look, then keep watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to comment, ask me any questions or whatever. All right, I will see you guys soon. Hi everybody. All right, I'm gonna start off with my foundation. I'm gonna be using the SEINT Beauty. It all comes in a compact like this. I'm running low on my base shades. I'm gonna need to get some more of that. All right, so right now I'm just gonna kind of apply it just with my finger and start off with my contour color and go from there. And so if anyone feels like they aren't confident with contouring, or it's too dramatic or just not for them, this makeup is so great for that because it's really easy and it just brings so much beauty and dimension and life to your face. So I'm going to just start off with my contour and just apply it right here under my cheekbone, but kind of high right there. And then I'm gonna put some on my forehead. And it looks really dark at first, but it blends really nice. And like, don't be afraid to put it on your forehead and on your cheekbones. And then I do a little bit under my chin. And then I'm going to just add a little bit to my nose. And you don't have to be super precise with this because it blends out really good, like I said. All right. Now I'm gonna just go in with my lighter color. Out of the two highlight shades, I usually recommend one for brightening and one for like your base color. So this is gonna be the brightening color that you're gonna go ahead and just put under your eyes. Right here. And then I go right here on the sides of my nose. And then everywhere you don't have these two colors is where you will add your base shade. So this way it's really easy to kind of know where all of your colors will go. And you just fill it in where you need it. And you also can add your cheek color if you want to. Alright, now I'm just going to blend it all together, and I like to use the small side of the the blush and bronzer brush. Okay, so I kind of start with the lighter colors. then I make sure to kind of blend the contour color up in my hairline. I think this is a fun way to do it. It's not your typical way to put on makeup, but it's definitely fun and it's definitely quick. And you still get that really nice finish and it's nicely blended. And then you just want to make sure you blend up on your cheek contour. Never down, always up and back. And then I'm just going to kind of dab a little bit into my main color again and just kind of go over some of the areas where I had my glasses on. And where I want a little bit more coverage. And I also put it on my eyes, just, and it uses, it is it is a good eyeshadow base. And then when I go in to add more coverage, I just do dabbing motions. And then I'm just going to go into the contour color again and just add a little bit more coverage where it's needed. The contour colors have coverage, so that's why you can just put them on straight on your face and you don't got to go over them on top of a foundation. Alright, so that's pretty much it, just for a nice everyday look. And so I'm going to just add a little bit of concealing where I have my scarring. And then I'm going to add a little bit right here in my inner corners. I'm using Sunlit. It has like a yellow base, so I just use that like right in here where I can get purple dark circles sometimes, and it helps really just to brighten. And you only really need a tiny bit. I'm going to add a tad bit more blush. I'm going to add a little bit of that to my nose. And this just gives you a nice natural glowing finish. And I'm just going to add a tiny bit of the Honey Cream Illuminator right here, and afterwards I'm going to go back in over it with Glamazing, which is a super pretty powder illuminator. Go in with a little bit of the bronzer. I use the Bella bronzer. Alright, so that's it for the face makeup. Really quick, love it. And it's awesome, it all comes in this palette, so it's like a one palette makeup. I'm gonna be doing my eyeshadow with Vieve. So excited to try this. I played around with it a tiny bit the other day, but it's super pretty. It's from Jamie Genevieve. If you guys don't know who she is, she's awesome. So Shy, which is this nice matte light color. And I'm just going to kind of use that to highlight my brows and to set my base. And I'm going to take Buff, which is just like a nice light brown color. And I'm just going to use that as well, just right in the crease. Looks pretty pigmented. Really pigmented. I'm just going to take what's left on my brush, since I got a lot on there, and just use that for under the eye. Just get that nice smoky effect. And then I'm going to just kind of work on blending this out with small circular motions. And normally I do my brows first. I don't know why I didn't do that. But maybe I'll just do them real quick right now. And I'm just going to blend this outwards. These shadows are really, really pigmented, and they are easy to blend and build up for more intensity. Okay, my nose contour is a little cracker right here, so I'm just gonna blend this out right here. I'm going to do my brows real quick. So I'm just fluffing them up. A little bit of this tinted brow gel. And I'm combing them upward so they stay in place. A little ham on the bronzer right here. The bronzer. My gosh. Let me just kind of blend that. For my brows, to define them and make them darker, because my eyebrows are very sparse, I'm going to just use my one of my contour colors, Astoria. Alright, so now for the rest of the eyeshadow. And I'm going to go slightly right here. I really do like these eyeshadows, you guys. I noticed I had just way too much eyeshadow on the bottom, so I cleaned that up a little bit. It's a little hard sometimes when I don't have contacts. I already put Chow, or Cozy, in the crease on both sides. As you can see, it's that really pretty orange color. And it's super pigmented. You only really need a little bit, so I feel like this palette would last a really long time. I'm going to deepen it a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of Delicious, which is the darker brown. Just right here. And lightly blend that out, and then I'm just kind of blending it out this way. I'm going to bring that to my lid. And as I move down with the darker shadows, I'm like moving down on my lid. So starting lighter and each color is slightly lower. The Delicious on my lid and just kind of go for just a nice warm smoky eye. Make sure you tap it off because I got a little fallout already. I wasn't paying attention, but it's super pretty and just really creamy and I love the matte colors in here. So this is just a nice flat brush. That way I can just really pack the color on. Yeah, see, I don't have any fallout on that side. It's a beautiful brown, really creamy and matte. That cleaned up good. Okay, so now I'm just gonna blend that together just very lightly in circular swiping motions. I love that. Blends so good. So pretty. Okay. Okay, so that blends just super easily. And then I'm gonna just kind of blend this upward out right here. I'm gonna take this really small one and I'm gonna just take a little bit of Cozy, my lash line right here. I love how like bright and pigmented these colors are. Alright, so I'm gonna wipe that off my brush and I'm gonna take a little bit of this Glimmer, which is like a nice shimmery gold color. And I'm gonna place that right here. Oh, look at that, you guys. Super pretty. I feel like this palette definitely makes it easiest to do a really beautiful smoky eye. And smoky eyes are like, we're just dramatic glam makeup or just awesome. Like Jamie does those a lot, so it makes sense to have her palette like this. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that Glimmer right there. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. I know some people aren't really that for like really dramatic eyeshadow like this, but you know, it's fun. Sometimes it's fun, and I totally just want to go in with the Thea because it's glitter, and I just need to stop always putting glitter on all of my eyeshadows. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, actually, no, what was I gonna do? I was gonna, oh yeah, add a little bit of this Goodnight, which is a black. I'm just gonna put a little bit on this, on the smudger end of the brush. A little fuzzy on there. And I'm just gonna pop that right here. And this black is really nice, and it will be great for building and even doing like a winged look or a liner. You can just get your brush wet, get an angled brush, and just do a nice liner with this. Oh, look at that. Barely put any on. I'm just gonna add a wee bit right there, and then blend it out. And I will also do a look with this, with just a more natural look. That way people who don't like something so dramatic will like this also. Okay, I got this NYX matte black liquid liner. I can get it out of the box. Alright, I got it. So this is my first time using this one. It's one of these little tips. Alright, so let's put this bad boy on. I'm just going to do it very thin in the front. Okay. Now some mascara. I use the L'Oreal Telescopic. Okay. Let that dry a little bit. Can you guys see it over it? Now I'm going to put on the lip liner. This is the lip liner Brat. And I'm just going to slightly overline my lips, just mostly in the center. And I'm just going to fill this in. Okay, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of what I used for my cheeks. Alright guys, now I'm just going to add a tiny bit of my Glamazing super pigmented. I'm just going to do a dot of that on my nose right there. And I think, I'm going to just apply it with my brush, so it's not so harsh. Yeah, so you definitely don't want to apply that with your finger because it'll just kind of stick where you put it. So I'm just adding a tiny, tiny bit on the corner of this brush and just lightly dusting it on. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's super intense. To my nose. And take out my bobby pins.